All right. Let's finish out Rashia's story.
IV. It's another form on the TurboTax site, and now we have W-2s on the TurboTax site.
Okay.
So now it's 2010, and we're doing like it's just always word of mouth. Everything is always word of mouth. And we done did the railroad, we done did the dividends, we done did every form there is on um TurboTax, but now we haven't tried W-2.
Mhm.
And this is how it was. Like, if you worked and you had a W-2 form, I'm gonna take your numbers off that W-2. I know that you're getting what, $9,000 with one child. So I'm gonna get your numbers. I'm gonna put your company on there, the same company, or make up a company with an EIN number, which was easy to get. Put it on the form, put those numbers in, and I'm getting that tax return. And we started doing that.
Mm-hmm. Run
But
it up.
it started because my friend, she was doing it and she was getting back like 2,000. Any money that came, it was a plus. It
Right.
was a plus. So she's getting back 2,000. I'm like, let's try to play with these numbers. If you can get 2,000, we can probably get 5,000. Did it? The 5,000 come back. If I can get 5,000, I can get 7,000. Put it in. It came back. If we can get 7,000, let's keep it under 10.
Right.
My favorite number was 9987. So I got this one set of numbers that brought back 9987.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in. I'm getting 9987 back. Load it onto one card. I can do 10 people. Remember, I'm getting these ledgers and names from
Whoever.
doctors, gov- government workers.
Right.
We're paying for names probably $2,500 a page. And for
Mm.
each
Mm-mm. Killing them.
identification, we're getting 9,000 off each name. So
Woo.
it's a win. And somebody say, like, try ancestry.com. I'm like, what do you mean, ancestry? They say dead people. I said you can't file dead people because I have filed a name that was on a ledger, and it is a this person is deceased.
Right.
So that you can't file dead people. They say you can file dead people. They have to died within 30 days. I'm like, for real? They say you get on there though, try to use uncommon last names. So don't use a Wilson, don't use a Cox, use a uncommon last name or a Spanish last name. Because a lot of the people, Spanish people, they work, but a lot of them don't file taxes.
Mm-hmm. Because it's cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh? They
Game,
say,
dog.
So you know how they're getting notified. The IRS is getting notified because when you die and they go to embalm you or do whatever they're going to do at the funeral home, they're going to get your social security number and they file with the IRS or Social Security, and they tell Social Security, "Hey, this person died." And they get the $250 death benefit, and that's how they know that you're dead. That's why it takes some time before they file that paperwork. That's probably
so they can get their 250.
yeah. That's
But in the middle of them making their 250,
you've got a gap period
yes,
where I don't know how long they hold it. Maybe they hold it for 2 months, or maybe I don't know, but I know that's how they get notified. That's why
Right.
I was thinking that's why sometimes you could have done it years later because they never. Because you're saying if they're Hispanic, they're not going to file for that benefit.
right, right.
If they've never filed, or if they've never paid in taxes, their
Right.
family or the home, or if it was, I would assume the government would also do it too, though. But anyway,
Or when I learned, or when it was taught to me, because the game is always taught, sold, however, if they died within 30 days,
Mhm.
all of the tax returns is going through. It's going through.
Yeah, they haven't filed anything yet.
Yes, yes.
Put in the system,
So I started just filing dead people, and it was like the money was just like
and they're showing up on Ancestry that quick.
it's showing up on Ancestry. That's you type in. You used to type in the month. You put the last. You can search by last name. You can search by search. You can search by a lot of different things. At the time, I haven't been on there. I don't even want to look at the site no more. But you can put the death the death month, because some people, they looking for their loved ones or somebody, they trying to see if they're dead. So you search in the month when you think that, or the year, or the time frame when you think they died. So I put it in 30 days. Always 30 days. Print out all those names and put them in. And they was coming back. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like, this can't be happening. Like, it's coming back. So now we're using the TurboTax cards. We're using the H&R Block cards, where I can get someone to go into the store. Now, H&R Block cards, you have to go in the store. So you know who I was picking up, right? Our buddies, the homeless people.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to send them to the store. Now they wasn't getting $500. Now they was getting probably $20, $30, $40, just depending on how generous I was at the time.
How she was feeling
and
that
they have
day.
to go to the store. They go inside H&R Block, apply for a prepaid card, bring it out to me. I wasn't afraid that the new card would come to their address and anything, because they don't have an address. And half of the addresses, I give them the address.
Right.
I
So
never
she was getting
activate the other card, because
Didn't need
I'm
to.
not doing credit card fraud, and I'm not going into a store that has somebody's name on the card. You know the card that I use? Preferred customer. When you go in there, they give you the preferred customer card with the routing number and the account number. No name on the card. You understand? So if I go in Gucci or something, and they'd be like, okay, well, show me your ID. Here. Yeah. It's preferred customer. Like, it's no name on the card. I'm waiting.
No way for them to verify it.
Exactly. Because it's legit. I got the PIN number. But I was able to do that. And I remember one time me and my friends, we rented a van and we rode to Atlanta, because Atlanta got one of the biggest like Salvation Armies ever, with all the homeless people out there. So we got us a van. I took them to every H&R Block. I got one day, it was like a weekend. I'll send 20 of them in here at different times. Go get me a card, bring it out, got the account number, route number. Went to Atlanta, got a whole bunch of cards, came home. Not even came home. I was there with my laptop too, loading them up. And it was just like, the money just was like.
I was just going to say that. How much money is this scam bringing into this?
This scam is bringing in. Whoa.
Before she says that, this sounds like it's a lot of work for somebody who's a scammer. This sounds like you're doing a lot. Like, it sounds like you probably would be doing less if you just had a job. But I understand that's not fast money. This is the fast way to get money, taking other people's money, which is how you also become a billionaire.
Look at it in a month.
A month?
We're talking about like 100,000.
What? What is that?
Chump change.
That's chump change.
Talk, Nick. Talk to me.
Let's say
$500,000.
Probably $500,000.
Killing them.
But you got to think about it too. When you're scheming or you scamming, everything comes to a stop. So if I got this H&R Block card where right now I can go to the ATM machine and withdraw $4,500 out in cash. That was H&R Block. They're going to eventually
over with.
Stop it, or they're going to start locking the cards, because now you got Cox, Wilson, Williams, Jake. You got all these different last names direct deposited onto this one
card.
H&R Block card, which is supposed to be just for you. So they'll block the card. So I done had times where I got $200,000 on a card and they lock.
Can't get to it.
No, they lock it. And they send the money back to the IRS.
Ooh.
And the IRS will mail out a check. We'll get the check.
Right.
But can't do nothing with it.
But who's going to deposit the check?
Right.
Everybody. Car lots.
Oh, okay.
Car is business.
We'll talk to me.
Car lots was accepting the checks.
What?
Jewelers was accepting the checks.
Oh, okay.
But now they want half for your check. So if the check's $7,000, you're getting half of the check. You know what I mean? So
because they got
what about depositing? Because the PPP, not PPP. What am I saying? The COVID thing when they were giving back money.
I was in prison.
Well, I mean, but you're aware of that. People were getting back like $1,400, $1,800, like. So there were people making those government checks and
really?
giving it to people. So they'll like, look, I'll give you 3 of them, in different people's names. I'll give you 3 of them. I'll give you you keep the money for one, give me the money for the other two. And if you had a bank account, people were doing it. Like I know guys that did
my
it, and I'm like,
goodness.
what are you thinking? They're gonna come
That
for
is
you at some
horrible.
point.
What?
They're gonna come, but it went years. Like guys, like 3 years later, and then they'd show up for them, say you deposited 3 accounts.
Greed, because even with the checks, everybody was accepting the checks. So the cards,
Whoa.
we can have
This is a different angle.
a lot
What
of
happened?
direct deposits on the cards,
Oh,
and they'll
all
get
right.
blocked
We
because
switched
of
cameras. What happened?
fraud. Basically, it's too many names. And when they send the checks to the IRS mail them back to the address on the tax return.
Right.
So you'll have all of these addresses. Some of the addresses we make up, but we had postal service workers that'll go pick up the checks on that route and give you the checks.
Right.
And we'll take these checks
Whole
to
game,
car
man.
dealers, jewelers, like everybody just wanted a part of the scam. But now we got to pay them. They was doing like 70-30, like you get 30, they get 70. So now the game changed. We need them. They ain't doing half and half. They doing 70-30. So they getting bank. Jewelers getting paid. Dealers getting paid. Everybody, any businesses in Tampa was getting paid. Because if we paid, y'all paid because we're going to spend the money.
Scamming the scammers.
And
Everybody's scamming.
we did that. Checks. We did the cards. We just went, the whole Tampa just went crazy doing fraud. You got 16-year-olds riding around in 645s and yeah.
All right.
That's what the chiefs say. The chiefs say, hey, nobody wasn't going to jail for drugs no more. Yeah. It was something going on in Tampa.
Listen, when I was in Colburn, I remember this black guy I was talking to. He was new, and I said, what are you here for? I said, I said, drugs? Somehow or another, drugs came up, and he goes, nobody's selling drugs anymore, Matt.
See?
And I said, what do you mean? He said, I'm here for the fucking drop. And I was like, do you remember? And that's the whole time.
Right.
And then I got out, and I'll meet people, and I'll say, were you doing the drop? And they're like, what? I'm thinking, well, that's what they were calling it in prison. Everybody's saying the drop.
Even still to this day, and you talking years later, like even right now, like I've been to every prison in the Brewer for women, but Carswell. And for one, people from Florida because the gold's in their mouth. But it ain't about Florida. Where you from? Tampa. Oh, you in here for scamming. I'm like, dang, that's all y'all know Tampa about is scamming? Like, we do more than just scam. I thought scamming started in Miami. So we're known throughout the whole world. Drop City, Tampa, Fraud City, and it ain't make it no better when they got me.
Yeah.
They
just, as I say, 2020, 60 Minutes did a whole thing where they came to Tampa. I was in prison, locked up, watched that whole thing. They were talking about, they had the mayors, like, this is insane. Yes. Like, they had the IRS. They were like, Tampa was like the epicenter. They said it's nowhere worse than in Tampa.
Right.
So my question is, are people getting busted? I mean, even small-time people have to get busted. Not a big one, but I'm saying periodically you have to know somebody like, damn, did you hear about Jimmy? Fuck, they got him with whatever, and you've got to be worried.
People getting busted, but when you're doing wrong and you feel like you untouchable, you never believe that it's going to be you that's going to get busted.
Every time.
Like, I didn't think I was going to get busted. Why would I think I'm going to get busted? I got my business. I'm just doing fraud. I'm not going to the ATM machines. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just sitting in front of the computer. Who knows that I'm sitting in front of a computer doing fraud all day? So you never feel like you're Jimmy, right?
Jimmy knows. Jimmy knows. Jimmy knows, and Jimmy don't want to go to jail for 15 fucking years.
But why would it be me? Because I'm sure you doing fraud and you doing fraud. Why are you gonna come and get me?
Because you're doing the
most.
Tax queen.
No, I was just first lady. I was.
You didn't really know. Do people don't really know, or they kind of know, or?
Okay, so at one point, because now I'm doing fraud. When I said a friend told me, a guy, he's doing it. He's showing me the game, and it's like, I don't believe, and still to this day, I don't feel like I would have ever got caught. because I felt like what I was doing was so like, I ain't gonna say it was cleaned up, because if it was cleaned up, I wouldn't have got indicted. I never had an indictment though. The feds came to my house to indict my co-defendant for fraud. And they had a search warrant to search my house.
Uh-oh.
When they searched my house, they found fraud.
So how did that happen? How did they get to your co-defendant? Like, how did that?
Okay, so back in 2011, my co-defendant and his friends was in a hotel room. One of his friends had a misdemeanor violation warrant. He had a truck. The police knew his car, his truck. They sat outside this Howard Johnson hotel to go in this hotel to indict his co-defendant. Before they can go in there to arrest him for his warrant, they saw all these guys coming in and out of the hotel. So they thought they was going to get a big drug bust. Instead, they went in the hotel and they found all these guys on laptops with ledgers of names and personal informations and debit cards.
Ooh.
It was a legal search warrant. They didn't have a search warrant. They hit him with the RICO all over the news. Let him go scot-free. So they thought.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to follow them,
follow them,
put the case together, follow them, see where they lead.
Right to me, because now I'm messing with him now, and the feds watching him. Feds watching him. I'm riding around in the 550. I'm riding around in the X5. I got we're talking 2012 now. I got a 2013 Audi A8 paid for off the showroom floor.
Who was that?
A $96,000 car. Where's she getting this car from?
Yeah.
Where did she get this from?
How old are you at that?
I'm 26.
And 26 years old. So driving around $90,000 BMWs.
A $90,000 Audi paid for.
Sorry, Audi. Sorry.
No payments off the showroom floor in 2013.
Doesn't look suspicious at all.
No, it don't. Do it. Look.
Man, ain't it cold-blooded how you have to choose your friends more wisely, even when you're doing scamming? Even when you're a criminal, you got to choose your criminal friends wisely. I can't say that sucks, but that sucks, man, that no one was on her case. She was just frauding away, getting away with everything. And as soon as she link up with whoever, we on him, and now we on you, because who are you, 26, this 26-year-old little black girl riding around in Beamers? Nah, we need to know about you, ma'am. And of course, when the police start looking into you and finding out you don't have a job, yeah, we need to know where you got this money from, little lady. This should be another lesson that if you're scamming, guys, keep it to yourselves. Showing off your money only brings attention, and it's usually the wrong kind.
So
they swoop in. Do they grab these guys? I mean, some of these guys, they have to grab them. And
they grab them all, remember?
Right, but they let them go.
They let them go. They let them all go.
I mean, nobody.
Even the person that went to jail for the warrant, how he get let out?
What?
Yeah. So they let them all go.
Because he was talking.
And now
they sent you.
They're watching them, or they're following them, or whatever, however the case may be. And they came to my house with a search warrant to seize this Audi and to indict my co-defendant. And when they searched the house, they found traces of tax fraud.
Were you there?
I was there.
They knocked nicely on the door and say, "Can you please come downtown?" Or
so, I had surveillance cameras. I had a total of 9 cameras, and I had a TV in the corner of one of my camera TV in the corner of the wall, so it showed all the 9.
Right.
And I'm hearing something. Rashia Wilson, grab your baby and come downstairs. Because I got a new baby too.
Right? Oh, that's cold.
I'm like, I'm dreaming. I don't know. I get up, I turn my TV on, and I see all these masks and the armor truck. They pulling the ladder up to my 2nd floor. They like, Rashia Wilson, come downstairs. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, hey, get up. The feds. I don't even know if it's the feds. I just see black. It's the feds.
Mm-hmm.
And my run was over with. Like, I had a tuition. Like, I was like, we end up going to Vegas like a few months before that. And I'm like, hey, like, this guy is following us. You tripping. It ain't nobody following us. I'm like, man, I seen this guy in the club. This man is following us. Man, when I got indicted, he say, yeah, I was the one that was following you in Vegas. I'm like, what in the hell? But 2 days prior, before the feds came to my house, I was riding down the street, going to a strip club. I'm chilling, jamming, me some Future, and I get pulled over for speeding, but I'm not speeding. He
They
say, Miss Wilson, step out the car. I'm like, for what? He said, you're speeding. I know I'm not speeding. Like, I know for a fact I'm not speeding.
All right, guys, this is how you know the feds are on to you. Pay attention. If you're getting randomly pulled over and being followed and you're doing illegal stuff, somebody's probably on to you and you should probably take a break.
He said, I need to search your vehicle. I say, for speeding?
Yes,
I'm scared shitless
as you
because
should be.
I had an iPhone and I had the iPhone case, and behind the iPhone case, I had 2 cards in there. Behind, because I needed to go take some money off. I'm going to the club owner, I'm going to the strip club, and he'll cash me out. If I need 50,000 in ones, he'll charge me a fee and he'll give me 50,000 in ones off that card. It just depends on the credit, the credit limit on the cards. Because some cards had unlimited credit limit, some cards had 20,000 credit limit, and they'll swipe it out as credit and give you the cash. But of course, they charging you probably 5,000 off 15,000, But
See, I was about to say something, then I caught myself. I was about to say, I don't think that fraud can happen where I live because our strip clubs are ass. But then again, it could definitely happen because our strip clubs are ass. That would be the perfect way, the perfect reason. Oh my gosh. She just, see, I don't be with the schemes and scams, man. I don't know how you money launder and all that. So she was just hitting them with the strip club money, huh? Man, that's a lick, bro. That's so cold. I need 50,000. Let me go hit up the strip club, man. And he give you 50,000 ones. And I'm leaving.
And it was the feds warning me. It was the feds 2 days before, pulled me over, searched my car, didn't find anything. I had it. It was right in my hand the whole time, but they didn't find anything. But that was the feds. I ended up finding out.
So okay, so they grab you that day. They come looking for they said grab your baby and come downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You come downstairs.
So I come downstairs and they come. Remember, I said they had an indictment for my co-defendant. They take my co-defendant to jail on an indictment. They take me to jail on a complaint. Because a few months prior, I was in a gun range and they asked me, let me tell you this story. It was August. I got indicted in September.
Mm-hmm.
And I end up meeting this guy on social media, and on his picture just was just money. And I had this thing where I won't talk to any guys from my hood, or not hood, but from Tampa, because I feel like everybody feel like I got money. But this guy, he looked like he had money, so I don't want to mess with nobody that's going to use me for money. I'd rather be with someone equal.
Right.
He was a CI. He come get me. He meet me on several occasions. He got my hair done. When he get my hair done, he give me crispy $100 bills. I thought marked money. I always thought marked money was like marked, but no, it's the numbers on the money.
Right.
And when the feds came to my house, this how I knew. Like, when you in jail, you've been there, you replay everything that happened. Like, dang, that was that, or this was this. He take me to a gun range one day. He said he was taking me out to eat. He go to the gun range. He said, I got to go meet somebody. He go in there for like 15 minutes. And he was like, step out. I was like, for what? He was like, come on. I'm like, okay, we at the gun range. I ain't never shot a gun. Let me go in this gun range and shoot a gun. When we went in there, keep in mind, he just was in there 15 minutes. They say, good evening. Have y'all been here before? Have y'all? He told me he was coming to meet his friend. He just was sitting in there for 15 minutes. Whatever questions they needed to ask, they could have asked him already because he was already in there.
Mm-hmm.
They were setting up the surveillance. So when they came to my house to indict my co-defendant, they was able to take me on felony possession of a firearm.
Okay. Yeah.
I end up pleading guilty to felony possession of a firearm, and I call home. I'm happy because my lawyer, like, I done gave him $75,000. He like, oh, you're not going to receive no more than 18 years. I mean, no more than 18 months probation or 18 months in prison. I'm like, shit, guilty? You know, I am guilty.
Right. Yeah, that's an easy charge to prove. They've got you on tape shooting a gun.
Guilty.
Or even handling a gun.
Right.
Fam. Is that not... See, I need to start looking up stuff before I just start saying words, bro. But is that... Fam, you took me to the gun range and you're charged... It's a cold game out here, fam. Her CI dude took her to the gun range, knowing she couldn't handle a weapon.
Got him.
Got your ass.
We fucking got him.
And see, that be the dirty games too, man, that they be playing. Whoo, that's cold-blooded.
Guilty. Call home. Everybody's crying. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, I'll be home. Like, I can go do 18 months. We're going to be fine when I get out. I still going to have everything. They was like, you all over the news. I'm like, I know, I just went to court today. They say, no, you're on the news. You're on every station. I'm like, I know. They were like, no, you just got hit with a 47-count indictment. I say, what? I just pled guilty today. How they hit me with a 47-count indictment?
It's an extra criminal history level.
Oh, you know, yes.
So,
pled guilty to the gun charge. The same day they hit me with the 47-count indictment, tricked me. Again, I got tricked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Wilson, we're going to throw out 45 counts. What they did was, if I had your identification or your information, so forth, I got, for one name, I got tax fraud, theft of government funds, aggravated identity theft, and wire fraud on one name. This name, again. So there's a total of 8 charges already just for 2 names. So I think they hit me with 15 names, but I had a 47-count indictment. After it all was said and over with, they hit me with a 250 victims or more. Tell me how. I'm charged on paper with 15 names. 4 charges here, conspiracy, and y'all hit me with a 250 victims. But how is it 250 victims? The only victim was the IRS.
yeah, that's not how they look at it.
Exactly. But who's losing the money?
Right.
They're dead.
Right.
Who's losing the money?
No, I mean, it's absolutely the federal government. But what I'm thinking too is it's funny because the people prior to that were bringing you their information. So you're not a victim. You brought me your information.
I don't think I don't even know, still to this day, I don't even know who I got charged for. I don't know if it was maybe this person, that person, because nobody ain't get up in the courtroom with a sad story saying, oh, well, I'm a victim and she stole my identification. No, because a dead person can't speak.
Explain to me the Facebook picture, because that was when I was in prison. Guys were coming up to me going, bro, you've got to see this. And they're like,
crazy.
And then of course it was the tax queen. It was,
Right.
The tax queen and the photo.
So basically what the government did was, like, they took my name from my company, First Lady Entertainment, and started calling me the Queen or First Lady of Tax Fraud. The picture of the money. So for one, I was in a promotion club business. I had club owners paying me to host club nights, strip-a-thons, which was where they'll have a big strip off with all the strippers, and I get on the mic and I be like, hey, y'all come get these ones, like, stop playing, just basically talk shit on the mic. Right. And that money was only, if you look at it, it's only $2,000 in ones. So they said that I was holding tax fraud money.
Right.
There's no way that I can hold the tax fraud money that I was making.
Right.
It was $2,000 in ones. And they used that picture around the world saying, Queen of Tax Fraud or tax fraud money. Like, y'all should have caught pictures when I was really holding up money. Like, this is $1 bills. In 2012, because I ended up getting indicted in September of 2012, and May, my Facebook page was hacked. It was like, hello, my name is Queen of Fraud or something for the record. If you think indicting me will be easy, I got the whole Tampa Police Department on the payroll. These people hacked my page. I got on my daughter's page like, hey, whoever doing this is messed up. I was never able to get back in that page again. Like, I can hit change password and it'll say your password has been changed, but will not send me the password. I feel like it was the feds. And they use that status and that picture to enhance my not criminal history, but give me the leadership role. How I get a leadership role if y'all came to my house to indict my co-defendant?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all came there to indict him, and the stuff that they found in the house, they re-indicted him again. He had two tax fraud indictments, and I had the gun charge indictment and the tax fraud indictment.
It's a cold
But I
game,
got the leadership
boy.
role.
So what did you end up? What did they end up offering you?
They didn't offer me. They said my lawyer at the time, who I feel like sold me to the government, he say, if you plead guilty to this, you won't receive no more than 5 years. If you go to trial and lose, you're going to get 22 years because the wire fraud itself carries 20 years, a max, and the aggravated identity theft carry a consecutive 24 months. I pled guilty and received 1 year less than the max. I received 252 months, 21 years for a guilty plea of wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. The gun charge ran concurrent.
Okay. So
Ooh, boy.
that would have been roughly 18 months or 18, 19 years.
Yes.
How much time did you do?
I did 12 years and 8 months.
Because
Compassionate release. So back in 2018, they did the First Step Act. 2018. So I got a lot of time off then. 2020, they started applying the FSA, First Step Act again. I got another year off, and then I got a lot of money in the bank, a lot of days. Like when you program, you get like days in the bank. And I filed the compassionate release. I forgot to mention, back in 2015, I end up filing for an appeal, and my judge came out of retirement and gave me the same sentence. So he still had to fix his wrong. He had to fix his wrong because law is law. Whatever personal vendetta you have against me, law is law. So he didn't fix his mistake, which was they stacked my criminal history because of the gun. They sentenced me on the gun, and then they sentenced me on the tax fraud, which made my criminal history go up. But the only way that your criminal history can go up is if you committed 2 separate offenses. I didn't. It was all one indictment. Y'all came to my house. Y'all indicted me for the gun, but y'all really was holding me because y'all really wanted me for the tax fraud. So it's technically all one case. So I was able to fight that back with the youth offender, a law that passed back in 2023. If you got sentenced anywhere from the ages of 20, in your 20s, you can qualify for, I think it's called the 821 youth offender. So I was a youth offender. I filed the compassionate release again, and he granted it. So I'm home early.
what was your judge? Who was your judge?
Sticker Moody, Judge James Moody.
Okay.
I'm not mad at you no more, Moody. I'm not mad. He gave me a chance because my release date was in 2031. So
Ooh,
Not,
shit.
mine was 2030. I'm supposed to be out in 2030.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
If people wanted to go and follow you, like YouTube or any social medias, where would they go?
So they can follow me on my IG at First Lady _ENT. That's 1ST Lady _ENT. My TikTok at First Lady 813, and my YouTube channel at First Lady ENT.
What are your? I mean, real quick, if you want to, what are your plans? Like, I mean, you got plans like you're laying in bed at night.
Oh, I got a lot of plans. I write music. I'm an author. They can go grab my book off Amazon. The Life of a Hood Star. I'm actually in the middle of changing my name.
Yours? Is this yours?
It's my book.
Your book. Okay.
I wrote it in prison.
No, I'm saying your story.
It's my story, my biography.
Okay.
I'm changing the name because I just brought myself out my contract, so I'm changing my name to the book, but same story. Yeah, reality show coming out. Stay tuned. I'm working on big things this year.
Vlad.
The good, the legal way.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I was gonna say you're gonna be on Vlad.
I have Vlad coming up. I have a Vlad interview in 2 weeks, so I got Vlad TV. Um, oh, not to mention somebody that's in the movie industry is working on a movie of my life.
Nice.
So we have a
Of course
lot of
they
stuff
are.
that I'm doing.
Hey, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified of videos just like this. Also, we're gonna
Yeah, that too. Please, if you're watching this and you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. But you probably didn't. Anyway, guys, if you're gonna scam, get some friends that aren't scamming and scam by yourself. Because I won't say she was right, but if she's sitting behind a computer, just doing her scam thing, and then the majority of the identities she's taking are people that are no longer with us, she's not hurting too many people, except what she said, the IRS and the whoever else is involved with that, right? The people who move money around. Yeah, if you're a Mexican man who was paid under the table all your life and you never did taxes anyway, cash checks and all that. Yeah, I don't think she did too much damage to their identity, whatever. Credit. If you ain't never using credit, what's the point? I guess, man. All these rules that the government and the lawmakers put in place just for themselves to break them. Because, yeah, she was scamming people. She did wrong. She was taking money that wasn't hers and yada, yada, yada. But these same people that make us, that charge us, put us in jail and all that for these crimes do it. I haven't heard nothing about Chase Bank, Bank of America. They make fake accounts of dead people all the time. Nothing happens to them. Chase had the snow boat some years back. A ship pulled up to a port somewhere, I forgot, and it was filled with snow, and it was J.P. Morgan and Chase's boat. Like, what happened to that? They get to scam and sell all the products and stuff and just go on about their day. But this little black girl in Miami, in Florida, she out there doing too much. She figured out the game, so we got to knock her down for it. I've been Jay Stats. That ain't this. Peace, guys.